Recently, lovely, you challenged Vice President Sara Duterte to a public debate. Tell us the context of that. Ano ba yung kwento doon?
Actually, so I've been making contents and I've been reacting to issues, right? So the DDS vloggers have been, telling me, oh, have a debate with me. They've been challenging me incessantly to have a debate with them, but I'm just... So, mag-isa lang ako. And then, marami sila. And, I have my job outside social media. So, I can't really, have a debate with them one by one. So, I said, okay, I'm going to have Sara Duterte instead. Instead of you vloggers, I'm just going to face VP Sara Duterte. Para isahan na lang.
Okay.
So, ayun.
Oh, well, that's a very straightforward approach, right? But are you expecting a response from the Vice President?
Well, hopefully, yeah, hopefully. Although in the past, she's got that reputation that she doesn't really attend debates. But it would be really nice if I could have, a conversation with her. But I don't know. I don't think she will.
What would that conversation look like, Lovely? What topics, what questions do you have for the Vice President?
Well, I've actually already said this in Billionario. I want to sit with her regarding the anti-political dynasty bill, her views, an honest assessment of her father's, our former president's drug war, and the direction. If she becomes president, her broad direction about the Philippines, her governance, if ever.
Well, Lovely, some people say that it's quite difficult for political commentators, for political vloggers to be completely neutral. But where do you stand politically?
I love the Philippines, and, a lot of people have known me to be pink, but I don't really want to be boxed inside a political color. Although I have to be very clear why I align myself with the pink movement. It's because I am very clear that being pink means you believe in transparency, accountability, and good governance, not just because you support Lenny. Because, there's a big difference between a Lenny supporter and a pink, although many, of course, all pink support Lenny, but not all those who support Lenny are actually pink. This is what I see. If you support Lenny, but you also support corrupt politicians, then maybe you're just a Lenny supporter. You're not really pink.
Okay.
So, and I say that, if you love the Philippines, of course, you would believe in transparency, accountability, and good governance. So my being pink is being pro-Philippines.
Pro-Philippines and pro-good governance. But Lovely, it's no secret. We do know that Mindanao is often associated as a stronghold of the Dutertes. How do people in your own community respond when they hear your views?
Most of them are angry, I guess. They're angry, they're hostile. They're uncomfortable, but I also receive a lot of, I've been flooded with lots of support from fellow Kabisayaan, fellow Bisaya. Kasi when I say Bisaya, kasi it's not just Cebuano eh. It composes of other Bisaya na iba din yung language. May mga Hiligaynon, ganon. They've been flooding us with support. And may parang nakikita na nga akong movement ngayon na, they're standing up and they're saying, Bisaya ko, pero dili maka Duterte. Because, it's been quite a long time that we have this, kumbaga, may reputation yung Vismi na solid Duterte eh. But no, people are now standing up saying, Bisaya ako, pero dili maka Duterte. Ganon.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So you think there's room for political diversity in a region like Mindanao that, as we mentioned, is often associated as the bailiwick, the stronghold of the Duterte family?
Yes, I believe we are breaking the echo chambers. Marami actually ang silent, hindi lang nagsasalita because, iba kasi kapag when you speak against the Dutertes, the people around you, very hostile, very aggressive. They would even, attack you and even your family. And that's what's happening to me right now. Pero no, ang nakikita ko ngayon, the more that they're doing that, mas marami actually ang napupukaw. At mas nakikita nila na, ayun, oo nga, no, parang napaka-toxic ng grupong ito. Parang hindi kailangan mamayagpag itong mga ganitong klaseng tao.
Well, Lovely, in Philippine politics, people can be very loyal to a certain leader or to a certain group, ano? What's your take on that, and where do you think this level of loyalty comes from?
Well, I believe masyadong mahirap. It's really difficult to actually get rid or eliminate this personality politics. And, when you are poor and when you do not really have access to education, just a little help, bigyan ka lang ng bigas, bigyan ka lang ng pangkain, yung loyalty nasa politiko na. So I really hope na we will progress more. We will move forward as Filipino people on this, no? Na wag nating bigyan, wag natin, I will have to speak in Filipino para mas marami pong makarelate.
Go ahead.
Okay lang po ba, Miss Paui?
Yes, go ahead, Lovely.
So, ayun. Yeah, and so, wag natin isipin, I really want to encourage people na wag natin isipin na utang na loob natin sa mga politiko yung tulong nila. That's actually the bare minimum. Yun ang talagang trabaho nila. And I believe ito nga, personality politics din, naniniwala ako na itong mga taong to may personal sila na connection sa mga politikong ito, and so they remain loyal kahit pa may mga balita challenging their accountability, challenging their reputation. Hindi sila, parang para sa kanila paninira yun Pero ayun, sana ma-break natin yun kasi matagal na tayong baon, and when we remain in this situation, mahirap na umahon bilang bilang bansang Pilipinas.